Humm, baby.
Enjoy this great game.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. This is Eric, and today, monster news on a monster extension for a monster player, Mookie Betts, who got traded over to the Los Angeles Dodgers during the offseason in a big deal, a deal that almost didn't go through. It had to get reworked. It was actually just completely insane, and finally the deal did get done. The Dodgers ended up not getting just Betts, but they ended up getting David Price as well as Brusdar Graterol from the Twins, and they sent a few of their good prospects to the Red Sox, but it's all good for the Dodgers because they now have Mookie Betts. And now the story, the Dodgers and Betts possibly closing in on a huge extension. The report is coming from Boston radio station WEEI, which is interesting. Boston wouldn't want to just spread that rumor if it wasn't true, if it didn't have some merit to it, because they're hoping that somehow, some way, Mookie Betts ends up back over there. I don't think it's happening. And also Lou Merloni, I don't know if I'm saying it right, he is reporting that Mookie Betts, one of the biggest stars in the game, will not hit free agency this offseason as expected. Will re-up with the Dodgers on a 10-year deal worth something in the $350 to $400 million range within the next couple days. And here's a couple tweets from him. Sorry, Jared Carabas, I don't like that guy. Your dream scenario may come to an end within the next couple days. I'm told Mookie will remain in LA for a long time, 10 plus years for big cash, between $350 to $400. He says, I'm happy for Mookie. Great kid who cares about those around him. Exceptional talent, worth every penny. Too bad he couldn't finish a career here in Boston. Now, what I find interesting, though, is we're heading into a crazy time. We don't even know if they're going to get through this season. The money, the financials are going to be just very, very rough for a lot of teams who are not getting the normal income that they would get, the normal revenue that they would get, when you can sell tickets and everything. And so for a team to go ahead and make a big investment like that, it would be very surprising, especially, right now in this COVID-19 era. You wouldn't expect it. I did expect if there was going to be no season this year, I had no doubt in my mind that they were going to get a deal done and they were going to re-sign or extend Mookie, because there's no way he wasn't going to play a game in a Los Angeles Dodgers uniform. I just didn't see that happening. I felt like he signed with them, he wanted to play with them, and if there was no season this year, he wasn't just going to go sign elsewhere. I just couldn't see it. However, there is a season, or there's supposed to be. We're about to get started, and to see this move, it's shocking. If it happens, it hasn't officially happened. Just looking here at these tweets, this is rumor, but it's getting a lot of traction, and a lot of articles are coming out on this thing. And quite honestly, in a normal time, it would seem perfectly logical that this would be real, that they would do this. So, and we are talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers. And maybe they're not that worried about money. Maybe they got plenty of it, which they do. And maybe they're just going to say, hey, let's do this. So if you're a Dodgers fan, you might want to be a little bit excited right now. Don't get your hopes too high. This is not official. But I could see this definitely happening. And just to run through some of the comments in the tweet, just to see if anyone's got any extra insight, which probably not. But we'll check it out here. He can't handle Boston. Talk about useless in October. Must be a Red Sox fan. You can go ahead and click on that profile. Oftentimes you see the comment, you already know, what type of person we're dealing with here. This is a Red Sox fan, nothing against Red Sox fans, but, Aiken of Boston, he's obviously a Red Sox fan because he's talking crap about Betts. So, come on, let's be real. Big money contract never worked out. So good luck, Dodgers, building a team around this contract when the California economy tanks. Come on, don't talk bad. Come on, man. Go easy on California. But yeah, you're just big salty because if the Red Sox offered him the same, you'd be hyped. 100%. I'm not a Dodgers fan. Quite the opposite. I'm a Giants fan, but I am a realistic Giants fan, and I talk reality. Obviously, Mookie Betts is awesome, and any team who's about to extend him to a long-term contract the fans would be ecstatic. Red Sox or Dodgers or Giants. Fact. Robbie Hyde with the tweet. Check out his channel. I'm going to give him a heart. So Robbie Hyde has got his eyes wide open. He is looking at this. Good luck to Mookie of the Dodgers. When you start tying up $400 million in one player, chances are you have long-term problems. Boston Sox. What a coincidence. Boston Sox. Every comment that's talking trash on this is a Red Sox fan. Yeah, I mean, point taken that you got to be careful with long-term contracts. They don't often work out, especially 10-year deals and things like this. But we are talking about Mookie Betts, and he is awesome, and he's only 27, meaning in 10 years he'll be 37. That's a little different than when the Yankees signed A-Rod, who was already in his 30s, 32, 33 years old. They signed him to a 10-year deal. How dumb is that? He's going to be in his 40s. 42, 43 when the contract is up. You might have a useless player for 4 or 5 years. That was stupid. This is a little different. We're talking about a 27-year-old Mookie Betts. Yes, you might have him 2 or 3 years at the end of that contract where he's not that great, but he might still be pretty good. You don't know. 36, 37 years old players, you get different results. Some of them still are pretty good. Some of them kind of fall off. But at the end of the day, this guy is a superstar. I'm not for 10-year contracts in general, but when you're talking about top 2 or 3 players in the game, and they're only in their mid-20s, even 27, 28, 29, pushing it, but 27, okay. I think it's a good deal if the Dodgers can get this done. You guarantee you got Mookie Betts for 10 more years if you don't trade him or something. So, yeah, I think that is a deal that the Dodgers should get done. The only question is the financials during this weird time right now, this COVID time. But if they feel like they want to go for it, I'm certainly not going to rip the Dodgers, even though I'm a Giants fan, and there's nothing more I would love to do than rip the Dodgers. Jensen, Kershaw, and Turner's money is coming off the books soon. Just reallocate that money to the killer bees, Belly, Bueller, and Betts. The Dodgers do have some money coming off the books, so they should be able to pay. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, man, they're going to do what they got to do to keep a solid team on that field. They want this all-star team. And the fact of the matter is, if they put out a team like this year after year, they're going to win a World Series. I mean, I don't want them to win a World Series, regardless of how often Dave Roberts messes up with his moves in the offseason. They're going to eventually replace him if he can't get it done. They are going to win a championship sooner rather than later at this pace. We're going to just trying to keep up. We're trying our best right now as a Giants fan to keep up. But if the Dodgers make this deal, this is good for the Dodgers. This is not bad for the Dodgers. As much as Red Sox fans want to say it, maybe some Giants fans, not me, because I'm just going to be honest about it. I think this is huge for the Dodgers. If they can get this done, we'll have to see what happens. A lot of people saying no. This guy says he is absolutely not worth that money. The Dodgers will get burned on that deal if it happens. Let's see what a team this guy roots for. Boston, Massachusetts. What a absolute coincidence that is. I'm telling you. I mean, you just know where people are from, what team they root for, just from a comment. And tells me because only Red Sox fans are saying that this deal is not worth it and it's gonna, they're gonna get burned by it. It tells me they might want to make this deal. And I didn't feel like it was necessary, but based on some of these comments, I think it is necessary to go over some of Betts' accomplishments. And we're talking about an MVP in 2018. And we're talking about a guy who has 4 consecutive Gold Gloves, 3 Silver Sluggers, 4 straight All-Star selections, career batting average over 300, 126 career stolen bases, and that's with just 5 full seasons. And he's good for about 30 bombs every single season. Led the league in runs in 2019 and 2018. And going to lead the league in a variety of categories. The guy is electric. He has an amazing glove. And he's just great. I mean, he's 27 years old. And this is going to be huge if it happens for the Dodgers. That's just a fact in my opinion. Now, I know a lot of Giants fans are going to get annoyed just at me talking like this, but I'm always honest no matter who I talk about. And in this case, Mookie Betts is awesome. Am I hoping that this deal gets done? No, I don't want this deal to get done. Absolutely the freak not. I hope that this is a false rumor. It doesn't get done and that Mookie signs elsewhere in the offseason. I don't want him to be in a Dodgers uniform because I'm a Giants fan and we're trying to compete with the Dodgers in the West. So it doesn't make sense for me to want Mookie Betts in the National League West unless he's in a Giants uniform, which is pretty much not happening anytime soon. So, guys, let me know what you think here about Mookie Betts closing in on a monster deal. I'll cover this story. I'll keep an eye on this story and cover it more if something should happen, if it should go through, or if it should not go through, then we'll keep an eye on it and talk about it more. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you're not subscribed to Humm Baby Baseball and you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and please hit that subscribe button. It helps out a ton for the channel, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers. So you guys have a fantastic day, and I'm going to talk to you very, very soon. See ya!
When the Giants come to town, it's 5